If you want to sell final expense from the comforts of your home, you found the right video, my friends. We're going to go into some strategies that you really need to be made aware of before you spend your hard earned dollars and get to the end of your day and go, what did I do now? So many insurance agents jump into final expense phone sales and love it, but yet 90% of the agent force fails because of some of the reasons that we're going to share with you today. So, first off, number one, you've got to have systems and scripts, and you've got to spend the time to really make it a part of you. You've got to focus on the script. It's like having a recipe. You want the riches of the industry, you want the chance for that. Well, understand you're stepping over so many insurance agents that have failed out. Over 90% of the agent force fails because sometimes they didn't have the strategies necessary or they got things completely out of order. They thought they could just buy leads, make lots of money. I got 100 leads, that's 100 sales, right? Absolutely wrong. So, with final expense phone sales, number one, you've got to have a good script. You've got to have something that other folks have seen success from. Be cautious of some of the scripts out there. Hi, Mrs. Johnson. How are you today? That bleeds insecurities. Don't start off your conversation with, Hi, how are you today? I know it may sound like it's something that's good. It's actually horrid as a leaning into that call saying, Hi, how are you today? All your client really hears is, What are you trying to sell me? What are you trying to sell me? And what are you trying to sell me? So you've got to know what works. This is why it's so important that you practice and you drill and you rehearse so that you're ready when that first lead picks up by an act of goodness, that phone call, and allows you to have a great conversation. Leads are a tremendous opportunity to bring value to the consumer, but leads aren't sales. And you got to be cautious of this because a lot of folks think I got 100 leads, that's 100 sales. And that'll put a sour taste in your mouth. So, scripts and systems are so important to you having the best chance of a good finished product. Like I say, 90% of the agent force doesn't make it. And sometimes it's because they didn't make the right choices. They skipped some steps and then nothing sounded right. This is very important for you to grasp that final expense phone sales is about following proven systems, also putting the best of yourself into every phone call, getting kicked in the face, and being able to keep it about the consumer. Are you able to deal with negativity? Not everybody can handle the isolation of being in an office all day long, calling and calling and calling, waiting for the next person to pick up the phone. You've got to be one that can be powerfully positive in an industry that's very negative. And you've also, number two, got to be ready to handle objections. Objections are a very normal event in this space. A final expense telesales is terrific, but you got to be ready for when they say, mail it to me, I don't have money, I thought this was free 99. You just got to be ready so that you're not caustic when that comes across that phone call. So many insurance agents go negative, and you're never going to get anything good out of your career if you think final expense phone sales is easy. First off, simple the business is. Easy, not even a chance. These leads are going to tell you, I never did that. Nope, that's not me. They're going to say a lot of things to you. Can you keep your tune positive and powerful? Maybe you're going to love phone sales, but you've got to focus on the script and the systems so that you're as seamless as possible when you get that client on the phone. But you've got to handle isolation. You're in your office by yourself. Will you let the negative voices speak to you? Or are you going to stay super powerful and charged up and just making it about helping the consumer win? This is about them, and it is important that you understand not every lead's going to buy from me. I'm going to have leads that are going to beat me up. And then number three, you got to understand the leads are going to cost you bucks. That's a leap of faith. It just is with no guarantee of survival. That's why so many people become statistics because they don't go all in. They don't jump in. They maybe buy a couple little leads and then say, oh, these were horrible leads. Well, sometimes it's our view of it. As you see it, it must be true. And if I come at that lead over the phone with kind of a poisoned mindset, probably not going to make money in final expense telesales. You've got to have a really good mindset along with good strategies and systems, but you've got to follow this recipe to have a chance of having a beautiful reality in phone sales. But leads cost money. And are you prepared to kind of put your money where your mouth is, so to speak? You've got belief, right? Hopefully. And you're like, okay, let's buy leads if that's what you're going to do. That's what I do. I buy leads and I just lean in to bring value to my consumers. But if you're a great skilled agent, you understand objections, you know that you can handle isolation, that's not a problem. Working from home can be lonely at times if you don't have a good work family like what we have here at jasonfinalexpense.com. But even when you have a good work family, you're working by yourself, right? You're not in a corporate office getting after it with the calls. You're handling everything and no one's going to micromanage you. Can you dive into every phone call? Can you work the hours that you speak to yourself that you will? You've got to stand up tall and you know what? I did my job this week. You've got to lean in. No one's going to call you and say, "Did you show up for work?" The business won't work unless you work the business. And so many insurance agents can't handle the freedom from working final expense sales jobs at home because they don't spend enough time on the phones. You don't put the time in, you don't even have a chance of having good take home pay. This industry is a performance based business that is backed up by belief in what you do and how you can serve these great folks. Never be a pushy insurance agent. Be a polished professional that's going to bring the best of yourself across that phone line so that you can sell final expense life insurance from the comfort and leisure of your home. You can travel the world, but guess what? If you're not on the phone, you don't even have a chance of finding profitability. So look at this like some of the best paying hard work you've ever seen in your life, but it's the lowest paying lazy man's work or lazy lady's work in the industry. This is one that it takes dragon skin to find success, but you've got to have a soft heart in how you handle these phone calls. So buying your leads, having the systems, and then having the ability to follow the strategies in the right order. Hopefully, you'll have overwhelming success in an industry that is tough, and you want it to be a little bit tough so that you get paid very well when you make it. So, if you need any resources, good leads, or a good work family to call a home, we do recruit agents nationally here to sell life, Medicare, and annuities face to face, but more importantly, in the telespace. So, free resources for your taking at jasonfinalexpense.com. And I appreciate you joining with me in this content today. I hope it gives you a little perspective, and I hope you find powerful success. Remember, you've got what it takes. We'll see you soon.